In this video, I want to give you some insights into what it's like being a buyer. I don't think that companies do enough around enablement for sellers in their organization on what it's actually like to step into their buyer's shoes and have to go and procure software, technology, services, whatever it is. And I learned so much about buyers when I became a VP of sales and started becoming a buyer. So I want to kind of take you through 5 things to think about today so that when you're interacting with buyers moving forward, hopefully you can shape the conversation and the process to be more aligned with your buyer. Okay. So the first thing I want to talk about here is your prospects, your buyers, they don't want more friends. Okay. We have plenty of friends not looking for any more. I see so many salespeople trying to become too friendly with their prospect. And instead, what I'm looking for is people that I can trust and that bring insights to the conversation and make me feel comfortable that I'm spending time with the right people. Okay, so that's point number 1. Point number 2 is we're really busy. We have a lot going on, all right? Get to the point fast. We only want to be spending time with people who we believe we can trust and that we believe will help us solve some of our biggest business challenges. So we're busy, get to the point. That's number 2. Number 3, buyers are overwhelmed with information. Thanks to the internet, there's so much information out there. There's so many different options that we should be considering. Lots of little communities, LinkedIn, WhatsApp groups where people are floating ideas around. We're really, really busy as buyers, okay? So opt for or always default to clear, not clever. So when you're positioning your solution, make it really easy to understand and connect the dots. Don't overwhelm prospects because what they'll do is they'll lean away instead of leaning in and they'll say, this feels like a lot of work. This world isn't perfect that I'm in, but it feels like a lot less effort and concerning than where I need to go with you as a seller, as an organization. It's overwhelming. I'm just going to opt for the status quo, which is like kill 60% of our deals, right? So that's number 3 is we're overwhelmed. Number 4 is trust. Buyers want to trust you, but for most of us, we've been burnt before. So we bought software and we made a mistake and we kind of, had some tough conversations internally and we're learning from that. Okay. So be honest, share weaknesses. Nothing wrong with saying, hey, we're really strong over here, which is what you care about. We're a little bit weak over here. That's going to send a really powerful signal that we're a transparent bunch. We want you to be fully informed with what you're walking into. That's going to help me build some trust. Another thing that you can do that's going to build lots of trust and confidence is rather than your prospect at the end of the sales process asking you, hey, James, we just need to speak to a couple of customers. Can you line that up for us? Instead, why don't you lead with that? Hey, Sarah, our next step should be getting you on a call with 2 of our customers so that you can have a one-on-one conversation and see what it's like to be a customer, see what life is like after you've signed up. Does that sound like a good next step? Wow, does that send some confidence and send a powerful signal to your buyer? Okay, so number 4 is trust. I'll also add to that, like Gartner found a while ago that like 60% of people have buyer's remorse. So like, let's just make it really easy for people to trust us and feel confident that they're doing the right thing. And then number 5 is risk management. Okay, so people don't want egg on their face. Years ago, I was in a startup. We were speaking to a company of like 50,000 people. They really liked our solution. The reason they didn't sign with us is had a very open and transparent conversation is they didn't want to have egg on their face and potentially get fired by bringing in a tech that we might go pop, we might not make it, it might not be fit for purpose at scale. And they didn't want to get fired or have egg on their face internally and lose their internal reputation. Okay. So one of the ways that we can kind of reduce the risk in them making a mistake is by things like offering free trials or proof of concepts. Just make sure that you capture the success metrics and align with those through the proof of concept. The other thing to think about is just making people feel really comfortable and confident that they are making the right decision. And we're going to probably see this creep in once we've defeated the status quo. But now we're starting to get a little bit concerned about what if I implement this and it's wrong? What if I don't get the ROI that I'm telling finance we're going to be able to get? Your job is to make them feel really comfortable. They're going to realize the value that you guys have been talking about. So I hope this is helpful. Like I said, I think companies need to do a better job of enabling their sellers on what it's like to be a buyer So hopefully this is going to be helpful. There's a bunch of other things that we think about as buyers, but I thought these are probably the top 5 things that you want to be aligning to through your sales process. Hope it helps.